Number 33, designated hitter, Connor Moore. Number 7, Matt Lewis. Number 6, Jason Cassidy. Number 22, Eli Navarro. Number 23, Nico Papasanfiu. Number 2, Trevor Dorman. Number 24, Cooper Charneco. Number 27, Hector Orozco. And number 14, Kyle Tyrell. Head coached by Mark Jordan and the rest of the Warhawks staff and assistant coaches. And now for your South Lake Seahawks. Number 11, at third base, Ryan O'Connor. Number 4, at shortstop, CJ Kemmerer. Number 5, designated hitter, Owen Wojciechowski. Number 9, first base, Rocky Green. Number 2, at second base, Jonah Nyhart. Number 7, at center field, Brandon Willis. Behind the plate at catcher, number 25, Chris Fortunato. Number 13, at left field, Cameron Tice. Number 19, at right field, Joe D'Alessandro. And on the mound tonight, number 34, Noah Tyler. Got a little guy. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem. Our flag is located in center field. Right side. Good luck to both teams and play ball.
It's time for another edition of High School Madison Baseball. It'll be the Madison Warhawks on the road tonight against the 8-8 South Lake Seahawks. Madison on Tuesday coming off a disappointing 2-0 loss to Oakton, but they still remain at 14-3 on the season. Fell to 6th, though, in the VHSL state rankings. So they'll try to get their bats alive and well after a shutout last game. And today they'll be facing off first against the freshman, Noah Tyler, who takes the hill for the top of the first. As you just heard the lineups, the Warhawks send in their 9 out there. It'll be Connor Moore leading off at DH. Mac Lewis is next at shortstop. Then Jason Cassidy at third. Fourth is Eli Navarro in right field. Hitting fifth is Nico Papathanasu at first base. Trevor Jormond hits sixth at second. Cooper Charneko, who pitched last game against Oakton in left field, is hitting seventh. Hector Orozco in center field hits eighth. And then Kyle Terrell, the catcher, will hit ninth. That's Moore, Lewis, Cassidy, Navarro, Papathanasu, Jormond, Charneko, Orozco, Terrell. So Tyler getting warm out there. In the field for the Seahawks, it's Chris Fortunato at catcher, Rocky Green at first, Jonah Nehart at second, CJ Kemmerer at shortstop, Ryan O'Connor at third, Cameron Tyson left field, Brandon Willis in center, and Joe D'Alessandro in right. It's time for baseball. We're going to get underway in Madison's final away game of the season. And Moore heads to the plate to lead off the Warhawks, who again were stifled to no runs last game against Oakton. That was also on the road, but crosstown rivalry. They didn't have to travel too far. Moore, the lefty, stands in the box as we get ready to go. First pitch is a called strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 on Moore, who steps back to the plate and gets ready. Infielders shading back, especially in the middle. The pitch is swung on and blasted to center. Will it fall? It will. It drops for an opening base hit. Good way to start for the Warhawks, who again were quieted last game. That's a single for Moore, and that'll bring up Mac Lewis. Lewis also a left-hander. The Warhawks have a lot of left-handed power at the top of the lineup. We saw this 1-2 punch as well in the game against Woodgrove on Monday. Now Lewis stands in. The line of the pitch is swung on and fouled off into the trees down the third base line and out of play. 0-1. Tyler stares in. Now getting ready to come set. He does. The line in the 0-1. Lewis motions bunt. That one's taken instead outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Moore stands on first with Jason Cassidy, the third baseman, on deck. The line in the pitch. That one sinks low. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 2. So Moore with the quick hit. Now Lewis with a longer at bat. It's 2-1 as he steps in, taps the plate, twirls his bat, gets set. And Tyler sets as Moore extends his lead. The pitch is swung on and popped to right, fading back deep. Trying to play it is the right fielder D'Alessandro, and he makes the catch for 1 out. First out of the game. And now, after the fly out, Jason Cassidy will come up.
Number 6, Jason Cassidy.
So 1 away in the top of the first. Cassidy, first right-hander in the lineup, comes set. The pitch is on that inside corner, taken for strike 1. No score here in the top of the first. South Lake Seahawks coming into this one at 8-8, coming off a loss to Westfield 7-2. They're looking to improve above 500 as Moore goes on this pitch. Is chopped down the third base line. Looks like it stays fair. Throw over to first is in time for the out, but Moore does take second. Throw over is not quite in time as he slides back safely, but it's going to be a ground ball to third that gets Jason Cassidy out for the second of the inning. Now Eli Navarro comes in to hit cleanup. Some noise coming in from the dugout as the Warhawks will look to try to drive in a run with Moore standing in scoring position with 2 outs. Tyler, the right-hander, looks in. Long look. Now comes to a set. Glances back at Moore, now fires. And that one's just high above the belt. 1-0 on Navarro. Long look in again for Tyler. He glances back, now fires back to second. The throw is a little high and away, and diving back safely is Moore, who was already looking to steal second when that ball from Cassidy got put in play. One-0 count, 2 outs in the top of the first, no score, as Madison looks to lead this one off. The one in the pitch is taken for a called strike one. That one dove right down the middle. Tyler's command been on point so far. Hasn't gotten yet to a ball 3. Now it's 1-1 with 2 outs. The Warhawks with just 1 hit on the board, then a couple of outs. The pitch is going to catch the outside corner for strike 2. Now the Warhawks 1 strike away from being retired. They'd like to get something going sooner rather than later, considering the shutout they endured last game. It was a disappointing loss for Madison, just their 3rd all season, first since losing to St. Albans last week. Oakton also having a great season at 13-5 as the pitch is swung on and chopped down the third base line foul. So staying alive is Eli Navarro, who's in right field today. Nico Papathanassiou, the first baseman, is on deck. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first. Tyler sets. The 1-2. Strikes Navarro. That's going to be a hit by a pitch. So he'll head over to first. That puts 2 runners on. And that one struck him just by the elbow on the upper arm. So after the hit by a pitch, Nico Papathanassiou has 2 runners on, 1 on first and 1 on second. The big left-hander about to step in with 2 outs. Trevor Jorman, the second baseman, on deck, who's been hitting well as of late. Nobody covering Navarro at first. Moore, the man behind him at second. The pitch is going to be low for ball 1. Papathanassiou steps in. Tyler with another long look in, and now he sets. Glancing back twice, now the delivery. That one dives low and away as well. 2 balls and no strikes for Papathanassiou, staying patient as these ones have been narrowly missing the zone. The set. And stepping off, disengaging there is Tyler. He had his close eye on Moore, who's been on first and second basically the whole inning. And now Papathanassiou will step out. Get back into the box. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Second baseman shading back almost onto the outfield grass. The pitch is swung on and hit deep to right. This could fall in the gap. 2 outfielders chasing, and the play is made. Nice catch by Willis, the center fielder. So that wraps up the inning. 2 runners on base, 1 from a single, 1 from a hit by a pitch, but no runs once again for the Warhawks for the 8th straight inning, dating back to last game. We'll head to the break. In the bottom of the first, the Seahawks will come up to bat. No score. We'll be back. Back for the bottom of the first. No score here at South Lakes. The Warhawks stranded 2 runners in the top of the inning, and now it's Connor Moore on the hill for Madison to face off against the leadoff batter, Ryan O'Connor. Third baseman hitting right-handed. The one in the pitch is swung on and shot foul over the press box and out of play. 0-1. O'Connor steps in as Moore gets back onto the hill. Last game for the Warhawks, they got pretty good pitching out of Cooper Charneko, who struck out 10, but it wasn't enough to beat Oakton as they fell 2-0. That one's a called strike 2, excuse me. Usually, with the way the Warhawks bats heat up, that would be more than enough. They scored 11 runs against Woodgrove in their latest win. They're going to try to replicate that today. The 0-2 pitch is low and outside on the heater. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan O'Connor. CJ Kemmerer on deck. Moore with the high kick in the pitch. That one's popped up to right field. Chasing back forward is Eli Navarro, and he makes the play. 1 out in the top of the first. 1 up and 1 down. Bottom of the first, excuse me. So CJ Kemmerer, the shortstop now coming up. Both shortstops on either team hitting second. That being, of course, Mac Lewis for the Warhawks, who also came up in the top of the inning. Kemmerer, the left-hander, taps the plate, gets set. 1 away and nobody on. No score between the Warhawks and the Seahawks. The pitch is in there at the knees for strike 1. Moore so far been accurate and in the zone. 4 out of his 5 pitches have been strikes. Gives another high leg kick. That one goes in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Owen Wojciechowski on deck. Moore sets again. 1 ball and a strike. The one in the pitch is also low, diving away on a breaking ball. So Kemmerer is staying patient so far. He's got a hitter's count now, 2-1. Middle infielder shading back toward the grass. Third and first baseman nearer to the inside grass as that one's taken for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Moore gets back even. And we'll see if Kemmerer will be swinging here on this one. Moore sets. Big pitch here. By line, and there it is. That one's chopped over to short. Fielded cleanly by Lewis. He throws over to first, and that is for out number 2. Nice play by Mac Lewis at short. Couple of routine plays. A fly out to right and a ground out to short. And now Owen Wojciechowski coming up. With 2 outs in the inning. He comes and stands in at the right-handed batter's box. There's the one in the pitch. That first one is taken on the inside edge for a called strike. 0-1. And for the Warhawks, Kyle Terrell is catching. Nico Papathanasu and Trevor Jorman manning the right side of the infield. Mac Lewis and Jason Cassidy on the left side at first, second, short, and third, respectively. That one is out of the zone, 1-1. In the outfield, it's Cooper Charneko at left, Hector Orozco at center, Eli Navarro in right. For the Seahawks, the batting order, O'Connor, Kemmerer, Wojciechowski, Green, Nehart, Willis, Fortunato, Tice, and D'Alessandro. The line in the 1-1. That one's also low. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs in the inning. Moore, the right-hander, coming to set. The wind of the pitch. That one swung on and smoked into left. That's the first base hit for the Seahawks. Goes beyond the foul line. Going for 2 now is Wojciechowski. Actually, he's going to take a long stop. After rounding first, he will stop at a single. Good throw in from left. But that is the opening hit for the Seahawks, who are now threatening with 2 outs in the inning. Rocky Green will come up next. The right-hander Green steps in after the throw from Charneco and left saved just one base, kept it to a single. Moore winds and delivers. That one's chopped over to third. Fielded cleanly. The throw over to first from Cassidy makes it to Papathanasu in time for the out. So a quick ground out averts the damage. One runner makes it. One runner is left. End of the first, no score. Madison will be back up in just a moment after this break.
Now up the bat for Madison, number 2, Trevor Jordan.
Time for the top of the second. Warhawks nothing, Seahawks nothing. South Lake's coming into this one at 8-8. Madison, after dropping last game against Oakton, comes in at 14-3. First batter in the second inning for Noah Tyler, who allowed 2 base runners and stranded them, is Trevor Jormond, playing at second today. Tyler's wind and the pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. So far, he's had good command. Not necessarily throwing heat, but pitches are well placed in the zone. That one's just inside, in at the hands. 1-1. Jormond had a 3-for-4 day back on Monday against Woodgrove. Very effective at the plate. Gets good contact consistently. Speaking of which, that one goes down the line, just foul. Almost a base hit there to lead off the inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tyler rocks, kicks, delivers on the 1-2. That one's chopped right back to the pitcher. Tyler fields it, throws over to Green at first. He makes the wide play, and it's in for out number 1. So a ground out for Trevor Jormond starts off the inning, and now Cooper Charneco, who made the good throw in left an inning ago, will now head to the plate. Charneco, the right-hander, takes a big hack outside of the box before stepping in. Tyler on the mound facing in. Now rocks, kicks, and delivers. Right on the outside edge for strike 1. Charneco again pitched last game. 10 strikeouts, a walk, just allowed 6 hits. In the Oakton's 2-0 victory as that pitch is high. 1-1. With 1 away in the top of the second. Wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Bit of a changeup there that got Charneco swinging. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind in the pitch is way inside. Almost hit him. 2-2 as Charneco stays alive. All the infielders now shading more back. The first baseman, Green, also almost on the outfield grass, which we haven't seen much today. Playing against the power of Charneco. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on that one. That's the first strikeout for Noah Tyler today, the freshman, getting another one to go down. And with 2 outs, it's up to Hector Orozco to keep the inning alive.
Up number 27. Hector Orozco.
Now Tyler throws against Orozco. That one's driven into the gap. Will it drop? It will. Being chased down in right center. Orozco's digging for two. Here comes the throw. Nobody covering, and he comes into second, standing up with a 2-out double to keep the inning alive. Quality contact on the first pitch by Orozco, who drives it into the gap. And now Kyle Terrell coming in, the catcher, to hit ninth and trying to keep this alive as the Warhawks have another one in scoring position. Orozco takes off his batting gloves, now heads back to second. 2 outs, no score. That's the second hit for Madison today. See if they can string something together now and break their scoreless streak. Tyler glances back. Lots of Little Leaguers in attendance as they got to stand on the field during the national anthem. Now Tyler steps off, talking to his catcher, maybe didn't like the sign. Orozco moves off second. Kemmerer standing behind him. The wind in the pitch is going to catch the outside edge. It was close. Whatever the case, a good frame by Chris Fortunato for strike one. No balls and a strike with 2 outs. Outfielders playing relatively in, notably in center, Brandon Willis. The pitch. That one's a breaking ball, diving just out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler looks in. The set. And the 1-1 is low and in the dirt. Gets away. Orozco's digging for third. The throw is in time, and he is out. Caught stealing, ends the inning, and a 2-out double goes for naught. We head to the middle of the second, still no score, and an alert play by the catcher to get out of the inning. Back for the bottom of the second, and the Seahawks are back up at the plate after 1 hit in the first. Jonah Nehart, the second baseman, is up, hitting left-handed. Connor Moore back on the hill. Infielders shading back, except the third baseman, Cassidy, is on the infield grass. As that pitch is blooped into left field, it looks like it'll drop in front of Charneco for a base hit. First pitch hack for Nehart, and he'll take it to first with an opening single. That's the second hit of the Seahawks today. Brandon Willis now heads to the plate. Willis in center field made a play in the in the first inning, excuse me. He'll step up to the plate, hitting right-handed. As Moore stands on, looks in at Terrell. Cassidy creeping really far in at third base as the throw goes over to first. Back safely as Nehart. Now the set from Moore. The line in the pitch is bunted down right back to the pitcher. Moore is going to look at second, throw over to first, get Willis by about a couple steps. So a fielder's choice for Brandon Willis. And that advances the runner, Nehart, to second. Now Chris Fortunato's at the plate. Moore winds and delivers. That pitch is chopped back to the backstop. 0-1. So the bunt, though, did advance the runner in a scoring position, which means a single from Fortunato could easily drive him in here with one out. Moore comes set. Looks back at second. Now winds and delivers. That one's high and in. 1 ball and a strike. One out in the inning, runner on second. And now time is called. Looks like a balk actually is called. That sends the runner over to third. So now Nehart, an even better scoring position. And that will give the Seahawks a chance to potentially hit a sacrifice fly here to knock in their first run of the game. 1 ball and a strike, 1 out. And the runner, Nehart, stands on third with no score. A line in the pitch. Just misses outside. It was close. 2 balls and 1 strike as Moore tries to get back in rhythm. Runner on third, the set. Line in the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is a key one to even up the count. Now it's 2 strikes on the catcher, Fortunato. Time is called. Fortunato takes a big hack outside the box. Bottom of the second, no score. Seahawks looking to get on the board first. Moore at the line in the pitch. Swung on, foul tip. Not caught into the mitt. That could have been strike 3. It'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but a tough play to make there behind the plate for Terrell. Count even. 1 out. Moore winds and delivers. That one just misses a little bit high in the zone. And now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no score at South Lakes. The Seahawks looking to improve to 9-8 on the season. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. It was foul tipped into the glove, and Terrell held on that time. That is a huge strikeout for Connor Moore. Now Tice comes up, playing in left field. First strikeout of the game for Moore. And now with 2 outs and the runner on third, a chance to get out of the inning for the Warhawks. Moore winds and delivers. Breaking ball low for ball 1. Cassidy once again the furthest in at third base. All the other infielders near the back of the grass with 2 outs. No need to play in and try to get the out at home. The line in the pitch. Good pitch. Well located on the outside edge. 1 ball and a strike. Center fielder Orozco shading in as the pitch is a breaking ball for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the Seahawks down to their last 1. Runner on third. Can Moore get out of the jam? It's caused by the double and the balk. The one in the pitch. Swing and a miss. A huge strikeout ends the inning. So an opening hit from Nehart, the balk, but 1 runner is left. No score as we head into the top of the third. It's been a low-scoring affair so far. Neither team on the board yet.
Kyle Terrell.
So now it's the top of the third, and here to redo his at-bat after Orozco got caught stealing is Kyle Terrell. First pitch is high for ball 1. So again, Terrell was up last inning, but after Orozco tried to dig for third on a wild pitch, was unable to make it. That ended the inning. The line in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count even at 1-1. Top of the third, no score. Low scoring one, just like last game for the Warhawks. Tyler's delivery. That time goes to the backstop. Low. 2 balls and a strike. Tyler, the freshman, looks in. Now delivers. Swing and a foul tip back to the backstop. Count even again. Terrell fights to stay alive. Now at 2 strikes. 2 hits for each team so far. It's about to be the first time through the order. Pitch is taken for ball 3, full count. Middle infielders shading back. Guys on the corners in the middle of the dirt as that one's fouled off as well. Staying alive. That one going just over the seats behind the dugout and between the dugout and home plate on the first base line. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. South Lakes and James Madison in this Concord District battle. The pitch is a cold strike 3. Terrell wasn't happy. He thought it missed by a bit. It was certainly close, but he gets rung up for a called strikeout. Now Connor Moore comes up. He singled his first time up. He's back again as we're in the 3rd inning. Also on the mound today, pitched 2 scoreless innings so far. The one in the pitch. In there for strike 1. The next offering from Tyler is swung on and blasted deep to right center. This one's tracking back, caught just before the fence by Joe D'Alessandro. So a big fly out for more. Solid contact. It looked like it had juice to go far, but couldn't quite get to the fence. Now Mac Lewis comes up. He flied out his first time up. So we've now got 2 outs in the inning. Lewis steps in the box. Tyler winds and delivers. Pitch misses outside, 1-0. The Warhawks still looking to get these bats going. Just 2 hits so far, no runs, as there have been 8 outs for Madison. That one's taken for a called strike 1. Tyler working well so far as the starting pitcher. That one's blasted down the right field line, just foul. It'll take a hop over the fence, be chased down by a fan. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. The Warhawks once again down to their last strike. The threat of staying scoreless this inning, unless they can put together a 2-out rally. Lewis, the left-hander, stands in. The pitch is fouled off. Good way to keep it alive by Mac Lewis. Getting the bat on the ball. Stays 1-2. Tyler rocks, kicks, and delivers. That one's chopped towards first base. Fielded there cleanly by Green. He's going to toss it to the bag, and it gets it for the 3rd out. A 1-2-3 inning that time after the ground out by Lewis. The Warhawks are still scoreless. They'll try to keep the Seahawks that way in the bottom of the 3rd after this.
Building and design.
Yeah, I never did get it. That's the next one on my.
Bottom of the 3rd, no score. We're back. Joe D'Alessandro.
Now batting, number 19, Joe.
2 hits for each team so far, as Moore will try to pitch a clean 3rd. D'Alessandro stands in, hitting right-handed, the 9th batter. Cassidy playing in on the grass once again. The one in the pitch. That one skips in the dirt for ball 1. Ryan O'Connor flied out his first time. Up, he's on deck. D'Alessandro in right field today. Blue skies on this Friday evening. Final road game of the year for the Warhawks, who look to improve to 15-3 on the season. The pitch is high and in. 2 balls and no strikes, as D'Alessandro getting ahead in the count. Interestingly, no walks yet for either team. There's been a hit by a pitch, but no actual ball 4. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch is low. This could be the first. 3-0. on D'Alessandro, who will try to get it going by getting on base. No score between the 14-3 Warhawks and the 8-8 Seahawks. More sets. The 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for strike one. D'Alessandro was already walking over to first. That one did catch the outside edge. 3-1 count. The one in the pitch. In the zone again for strike two. A couple of good pitches from Moore. And now it's full count and potentially the payoff pitch coming up. More sets. 3-2 count, nobody out. The one in the pitch. Low ball four. And racing over to first is D'Alessandro with the first walk of the game. Now Ryan O'Connor is up. He flied out his first time playing at third base today. Run around first. Bottom of the third. No score. Nobody out. Back in left. Charneco playing deep. Almost near where the fence is at. Very, very deep in left. Moore quickly throws over to first. Diving back is D'Alessandro as Pampathanasu applies the tag. Now he glances over again. Now comes set. The wind in the pitch. Motioning bunt was O'Connor. Throw goes over to first. Back safely is D'Alessandro. Brought the bat back in time, but it was a called strike. 0-1 count. Moore looks over at first again. Now coming set. The wind in the 0-1 is swung on and chopped over to third base. This could be a double play. Throw over to second from Cassidy is in time. Over to first, it skips, and it is safe at first. So a fielder's choice there for O'Connor. The Warhawks get one, but not both. And now with one out, the runner on first is O'Connor as Kemmerer comes up to bat. Almost a double play there. Now coming up to bat is Kemmerer. And Coach Pudge now coming out to talk to the umpire. Now he's going out for a mound visit. So Moore's first mound visit of the day with one out in the bottom of the third. Actually, pardon me, now he's talking with the other umpire. So not an official mound visit as of yet. The catcher, Terrell, is talking with Moore as we got a brief break in the action. And now both umpires are going to discuss something. Not sure what this could be about. If it's about the play over at first or what. Of course, no instant replays. You can't review whether they were out or safe there, but could be about something else we're not aware of. Point over to first and say safe, so the call stands. And now up at the plate is C.J. Kemmerer, who grounded out his first time up. One away in the bottom of the third, no score. Runner on first after the fielder's choice. Almost a double play. Throw over to first. Diving back safely is O'Connor, excuse me. The left-hander Kemmerer stands in. The pitch is blooped down in his center. Backing up for it is Orozco. Goes under it, makes the play. 2 away in the inning as Moore is now working quickly. Owen Wojciechowski is up. The DH, he singled his first time up. Hitting right-handed and trying to get a 2-out rally going for the Seahawks with nobody on the board yet. And 2 hits for both squads. Moore looks over at first, now comes set with 2 outs in the inning. The line in the pitch. It's right down the middle for strike one. Rocky Green, who grounded out his first time up, is on deck just outside of the dugout, standing on the gravel. Calls from the South Lakes dugout now with 2 outs. Another throw over. Back safely is the runner O'Connor. No more, stares in. 0-1 with 2 outs. One and throws over, safe again. Charneco continues to play very, very deep in left, the deepest of the 3 outfielders. More sets. And now the 0-1 is swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. It'll head over toward the fence. No balls and 2 strikes. Two hits for each side so far, but all zeros in the run column. Although both teams have had runners in scoring position that they've stranded so far. Against South Westfield, South Lakes lost 7-2 last game. The Warhawks were shut out by Oakton, lost that one 2-0. So both teams trying to get their bats going, especially Madison tonight. The one in the pitch is high. Throw over to second to Jorman. Skips and he is unable to corral it. And the runner O'Connor is finally getting his stolen base. He's safe at second. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moore will try to get out of the inning. As stepping out of the box is Wojciechowski. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Warhawks trying to get back up at bat, but the game's still tied with the runner O'Connor on second. Moore comes set. The pitch is swung on and chopped over to third. Cassidy has it. He's going to fire all the way over to first, and it gets the out. So a routine ground out to end the inning. Another runner stranded, this time at second. We will head to the fourth with nobody on the board yet. Seahawks and Warhawks locked into a pitcher's duel. Back for the top of the fourth. No score between the Seahawks and the Warhawks. Jason Cassidy comes up to the plate as Noah Tyler tries to put up a 4th straight scoreless inning as he's back on the mound. He winds and throws, and that one's going to catch the outside edge for strike 1 against Cassidy, who his first time up hit a ground out. Also made the play at third to end the inning last inning. The wind of the pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball is low. So far, Tyler hasn't been throwing super hard, but is getting good break and a lot of pinpoint accuracy. No balls and 2 strikes now. Cassidy stands near the plate. The pitch comes, just misses the outside edge. A quality placed pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cassidy with Eli Navarro on deck. The 1-2 from Tyler. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. They got him swinging. One away. And Tyler continues his dominance on the mound.
Now look, number 22, Eli Navarro.
Already setting down this quality Warhawks lineup in his freshman year. Tyler will look to continue to dominate against the right-hander Navarro. One down as the pitch is chopped foul toward the dugout. The Warhawks were able to put up 11 runs against Woodgrove pitchers back on Monday. On Tuesday against Oakton, they were shut out. So it has been a 10-inning drought dating back to last game since the Warhawks have scored. Tyler winds and delivers. That one's low and in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Navarro will try to get a rally going. Papathanasu on deck. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Now stands in the box. Middle infielders shading back. The pitch is swung on and blooped. Will it fall? It will not. Line drive to first is out. And with 2 away in the inning, it's up to Papathanasu to keep it alive. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th. Noah Tyler has blanked this Warhawks offense and shut them down to 2 hits. Papathanasu batting left-handed. Tyler winds and delivers. That one's popped straight up into shallow left between multiple fielders. Will the play be made? It will. Caught in shallow left there by Tice, and that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning, pretty quick for Noah Tyler. He continues to dominate in a stellar outing for him so far. We'll see if Connor Moore can do the same after the break. Back for the bottom of the 4th, Seahawks and Warhawks. Connor Moore takes the mound for a 4th inning of work. Through 3, he's allowed just 2 hits. And now Rocky Green is at the plate to face him. Madison's JV team leads 2-0 over South Lakes right now. No score in this one. As Moore winds and delivers. That one's chopped to the back. For 0-1. Moore steps back onto the mound. 0-1. Nobody out. The wind in the pitch is a called strike 2. Breaking ball dipping down into the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Moore looks in. The wind in the pitch is chopped back to the backstop, right in front of the press box. Staying alive is green as the Seahawks trying to get some momentum going to break the scoreless tie. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. All 4 infielders shading on the back half of the dirt. The pitch is swung on and hit over to short. Scooped up cleanly by Lewis. He's going to throw over to first. It makes it to Papathanasu in time for the out. 1 away as Green grounds out. So Neihart coming back to the plate now. Jonah Neihart, he singled his first time up for the Seahawks. Hitting left-handed. Moore winds and delivers on a left-hander. That one catches the outside edge on a breaking ball for strike 1. Outfielders playing more shallow. Shallowest in right. The pitch is swung on and fouled off into the trees and out of play down the left field line. No balls and 2 strikes for Moore, who continues to get ahead in counts. Trying to match everything Noah Tyler has done so far. 2 hits for each team. No runs for each team. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Moore sets. The wind of the pitch is in there, called strike 3. That one catches low in the zone, but a called strikeout. 3 pitches on Neihart. And now Brandon Willis comes up. He grounded out his first time up. And now he steps into the box. Bottom of the 4th, no score, 2 outs. Moore winds and delivers. That one's high for ball 1. Some more noise coming from the Seahawks dugout, looking to improve to 9-8 on the year. They're 4th right now in the Concord District. Madison is number 1, still by 2 games despite losing to Oakton on Tuesday. They're 7-1. Oakton and Westfield tied for 2nd at 5-3. The pitch is high, ball 2. Then South Lakes at 4-4, Centerville at 2-6, and Chantilly at 1-7. The Warhawks, according to Max Preps, are also ranked 6th in the state in VHSL. Madison always fields a great baseball team, winning the state championship back in 2021. That one's a called strike. 2 balls and a strike there as Moore catches up a little bit in the count. Willis in the right-handed batter's box. The wind in the pitch is very inside. Almost hits him. 3 balls and a strike. Moore in danger of his 2nd walk of the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Moore sets. The 3-1 is swung on and blasted deep to left. Fair or foul? It's foul. Into the corner between the back fence and the side fence. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. No score in the bottom of the 4th. Big pitch for Moore. He sets to get out of the 4th. Swing and a miss in the dirt. It's a drop 3rd strike. Throw over to first. In time for the out. And that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts for Connor Moore. And he is matching Noah Tyler exactly. 2 hits per team. No runs. We'll head to the top of the 5th in a pitcher's duel. It's all tied up at South Lakes. Back for the top of the fifth, and Noah Tyler is out there for a fifth frame after a scoreless first four. He faces Trevor Jormond. His first time up, he grounded out. And now he'll step back to the plate. Tyler winds and delivers. Right down the middle for strike one. He's not losing his command, even in the fifth. Warhawks and Seahawks in a Friday night battle. This pitch dives just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's been a while since we've even had a hit. Several innings, in fact. That pitch is popped up over to the first base side. Calling for it, tracking it, and making the play is Rocky Green. 1 away. But so far, the story of the game has been the dominance of Noah Tyler and Connor Moore. Neither of them throwing blazing fastballs, but both locating their pitches exceedingly well. And Tyler, the freshman, getting the start and blanking the Warhawks, who have not scored in the past 2 games. Now at the plate is Charnecko. He takes a called strike 1. The next pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss. Charnecko struck out his first time up. Now he's in danger of doing so again. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. Tyler looks in. The one in the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him again. Couple of strikeouts for Charnecko, who had the stellar pitching performance with 10 strikeouts against Oakton last game in the loss. Now Hector Orozco comes up. He had some of the rare offense for the Warhawks. In fact, the only extra base hit of the game, but he was caught stealing on a wild pitch his first time up. The pitch is low, and speaking of wild pitches, it goes back to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 outs in the inning. Up next is Kyle Terrell, the catcher, who struck out his first time up. The pitch is swung on and blasted. That's just the 3rd hit of the game for the Warhawks as Orozco hits first. The only player with a multi-hit game today. Hector Orozco is providing some much-needed offense, and now Terrell will try to build on it. Terrell's been actually at bat 3 times. He was at bat during this caught stealing to end the inning from Orozco. Then he came up the next inning and struck out. So this is his 3rd time at the plate, but his 2nd official at bat. Tyler, through 4 2/3, has allowed just 3 hits. Orozco takes a lead off first. This has been the first Warhawks base runner in a while. The one in the pitch. Swung on and hit just foul down the 3rd base line. That could have been a big one if it stayed fair. The sun's still out. This game started just about an hour ago. It is speeding right now with no score. Tyler stares in, glances at first, and now sets. Throws back over. Diving back safely is Orozco. No balls and a strike with 2 outs in the inning. No score. The set. And the throw over is high that time. Getting back is Orozco. Tyler, not used to having a base runner at all on. He's pitched masterfully, but he's trying to get him now, knowing that he was caught stealing earlier in the game. No balls and a strike with 2 outs. The freshman steps off. We actually had a balk earlier with 1 out in one of the earlier innings. That was the closest the Seahawks came to scoring with the runner on 3rd and 1 out, but Connor Moore stranded him. The pitch. Throw over to first, and he's just safe. The Seahawks dugout thought it was out. Orozco was diving back safely, and now he'll step off briefly. That was close. That was a Wilson Contreras-esque move to catch the ball at the plate and fire over to first. It almost got Orozco for the 3rd out of the inning. And now the umpires are reviewing.
Hey, Blue.
Looks like they're calling for water out over at first. And that's what will happen. So we'll have a brief pause in the action. No balls and a strike right now. Orozco almost caught it first moments ago for what would have been the third out of the inning. That would have been his second pickoff or caught stealing this game, despite him having 2 hits. Top of the 5th, no score. Just 5 hits combined between these two squads. And now Orozco will stay on first. So now Terrell will step back in. My apologies. One ball and a strike. Tyler stares in. Orozco takes the lead off first. Glances back at second. Now the pitch. In the dirt. Wild pitch. Orozco's moving. He got caught this way earlier, but he makes it in standing up this time. And now the Warhawks have a runner in scoring position. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs in the 5th. And some noise coming from Madison's dugout for the first time in a while. Can Kyle Terrell drive in the go-ahead run with 2 outs? Tyler stares in. The freshman with a long look. Long look. And now he finally goes set. Steps off. No throw. Now both dugouts getting loud. The majority of the noise coming from Madison's. Tyler sets. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Another good pitch on the outside edge. And he's gotten a lot of those swinging strikes when he's needed them. 2 balls and 2 strikes in this 5th inning. The Warhawks with one of their best opportunities this game. They haven't had many, but they have one now. Tyler sets. The 2-2 is outside. Now a full count. Tyler has not walked anybody yet, aside from the hit by a pitch that Eli Navarro took earlier in the game, just in this 1st inning. That was when the Warhawks had a runner on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Their best opportunity was way back in the 1st. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Playoff pitch is wild. Orozco runs over to 3rd, and that'll be ball 4. Terrell took a while to go down. I think he thought it was ball 3, but now he heads to 1st. And now runners on the corners for Connor Moore, who's singled and flying out today, but he's gotten some good contact. Now the pitcher against the pitcher. And it'd be ironic if the scoreless pitcher's duel ended this way, with Connor Moore coming up to try to gain an advantage for himself, get himself some run support. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Best opportunity yet for the Warhawks. And now the infield. And the South Lakes coach will meet with Noah Tyler. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Tyler's pitched 4 2/3, scoreless. Looks like he's remaining in the game. The first official mound visit for either team. That's how you know how good these pitchers have been. They've been sparkling. And now, South Lakes knows it's going to be tough to get on the board. They don't want to be behind. Meanwhile, the Warhawks want to take advantage of a rare opportunity. Just 3 hits so far this game for the Warhawks, 2 for the Seahawks. And now, Tyler will get the ball taken from him. He'll head back to the dugout. His day will be done after 4 2/3. But what an excellent performance. Again, just allowing 3 hits to that Warhawks lineup. Fantastic stuff from him. And now we'll have a new pitcher for the Seahawks trying to get out of the inning. While we change pitchers, we'll be back in just a moment after a break. Top of the 5th, No score. The Seahawks will try to get out of a jam with 2 outs and the runners on the corners. Back after the pitching change and warming up is Chris Fortunato, who came in to pitch from catcher. It's a double switch for the Seahawks as Owen Wojciechowski will come in to catch from his DH spot. And Noah Tyler's day will be done. Tyler was not in the lineup as the hitter, though, so no changes to the Seahawks batting lineup for the moment. And it'll be Connor Moore, the pitcher, trying to get himself some run support. With 2 outs and runners on the corners, maybe the most pivotal at-bat of the game so far is coming up for the left-hander Moore, who singled and flied out. It's Orozco on third, Terrell on first. Actually, it looks like a pinch runner for the Warhawks. That's Henry Navarro standing on first. So getting presumably some extra speed out there for the catcher.
Number 33, Connor Moore.
So Moore is up. So after the walk to Terrell, now it's Moore on base. Or Moore up at the plate with Navarro and Orozco on base. Runners on the corners is Moore in the box, left-handed. The line in the pitch is high for ball 1. One 0 count as Orozco takes the lead off third and Henry Navarro takes his lead off first. The line in the pitch. In there, high. 2 balls and no strikes. Fortunato trying to get it started early. In a key spot he's thrown into with 2 runners on base. He winds in the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Gets Moore for the first strike of the at-bat. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Mac Lewis on deck. And noise from the Warhawk dugout. No score. Top of the 5th. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs. The pitch is way inside. Navarro trying to steal second, and he will. No throw. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Warhawks. That's exactly what Coach Pudge wanted out of that substitution. 3 balls and a strike, and another one would load the bases. And or is that ball 4? Something happened. Maybe a balk. Actually, excuse me, no balk. It's just Moore is sent over to first, though. It's actually an intentional walk, as that will load the bases. So bases loaded with 2 outs. Don't know if I've ever seen that before in a 3-1 count, but they'll send him to first and send Mac Lewis to the plate. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Bases loaded. Orozco on third, Navarro on second, Moore on first. And after the 3-1 count, Seahawks just trying to get the force play with the intentional walk. The left-hander Lewis steps out. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch is high, 1-1. More noise from the Warhawks dugout. Key moment. 1-1 with 2 outs, top of the 5th, no score. This could decide the flow of the rest of the game. Fortunato sets as Lewis steps out. And now we'll head back into the batter's box. Lewis stands in, the 1-1. He swings and blasts it through the hole, a base hit. Orozco will score, that's 1. Stopping at third is the runner Navarro, but the bases are loaded and the single drives in the first run of the game. At last, the tie is broken. The Warhawks on the board, Madison 1, Seahawks nothing. And a celebration as Orozco heads into the dugout. He got it all started with his second hit of the game. And now Fortunato will try to retire Cassidy, who's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout, as the bases are loaded again in a 1-0 game. A huge lead for Madison, trying to get back in the win column after their loss against Oakton. Cassidy at the plate against Fortunato. Bases loaded. The pitch is in the dirt. It's wild. Navarro's heading for home. He'll score. Another one on the board for the Warhawks. Everybody advances. It's 2-0. So the wild pitch sends somebody home. And both of those will be earned runs charged to Noah Tyler, who otherwise had a stellar outing. Warhawks 2, Seahawks nothing. 1-0 count on Cassidy. The pitch catches the outside edge for strike 1. A well-located pitch from Fortunato. One and one with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Fortunato winds and delivers. That one just misses the zone. 2 balls and a strike. So now, with the tie broken, finally in the top of the 5th, Madison is trying to extend their lead. The wind of the pitch is high, 3-1. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Can South Lakes get out of it here? The wind and the pitch. Check swing. Strike 3. And that should be actually, excuse me, it was strike 2. My apologies, I could not count. Full count. Cassidy stands back in. Huge pitch coming up. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and chopped weakly over to the first base side. Fielded there. Can Cassidy beat it out? He can. No throw. 1 runner scores. Warhawks up to 3. As standing on third base is Mac Lewis after an infield single from Jason Cassidy. Now Eli Navarro comes up after his brother Henry just scored on a pinch runner. And now meeting at the mound for Fortunato. Runners on the corners, 2 away, and the Seahawks have slowly allowed a Warhawk surge in the top of the 5th. Coach Pudge meeting with all the hitters as well. And that was a huge infield single. Great hustle from Cassidy to make it to first. Drive in another run and keep the inning alive. Now Navario steps to the plate in a big spot. Could really blow this game open here. There's still 2 runners on base. Fortunato, again, the catcher for this game who came in to pitch. And Wojciechowski switched to catch. Now Navario with some noise coming from the dugout. Steps up after back-to-back singles. The line of the pitch. He squares to bunt, steps back, pitches in the dirt, and stealing second is Cassidy. 2 runners in scoring position for Madison. Warhawks 3, Seahawks nothing in the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Now Fortunato comes set. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch is just outside. Fortunato not with the same command that Noah Tyler had while he was in the game. Got pulled after 4 2/3 after putting runners on the corners. 2-0. Runners on second and third. Line in the pitch. That one's blasted down to right. Will it fall fair or foul? It's just foul. That'll be strike 1. Could have been a big hit there, but the at-bat stays alive. Papathanassiou on deck. Navario will stay on as it's 2-1. Runners on second and third. Navario in the right-handed batter's box. Fortunato stares in, comes to his set. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and chopped over to second. Fielded cleanly. Actually, no, it's not. It's an error over there by Neihart, and another run scores. So Navario reaches on an error, and it's the Warhawks 4 and the Seahawks nothing. Could have been a way for Fortunato to get out of the inning, and now Papathanassiou comes up. Runners on the corners again. So Papathanassiou steps up in the left batter's box. Warhawks 4, Seahawks nothing. All the runs have come in the top of the 5th. Runners on the corners. Now Papathanassiou squares to bunt. The pitch. He takes it back. Pitches low. Stealing second is Navario. And now the runner's in the same spot. We're going through the same routine. Warhawks 4, Seahawks nothing. One and 0 as Papathanassiou stands in. The line in the pitch is swung on and fouled off high, heading toward the fence. It'll clear into the woods. 1 ball and a strike. Trevor Jormond on deck. Warhawks lead by 4, having broken this game open in the top of the 5th. It's been a long inning. 1-1 with 2 outs. That one's high. 2 balls and a strike. It all started with the 2-out walk to Terrell, then a walk to Connor Moore, single from Mac Lewis, a single from Jason Cassidy, and Eli Navario reached on an error. And along with some stolen bases, the Warhawks were able to put up 4 runs on all that. Along with also a single from Hector Orozco that was before the walk, actually. So that also started with 2 outs. 6 straight players have reached base. That one is outside. 3 balls and a strike. 6 straight 2-out productive appearances for Madison. It's been all it took to break this game wide open. 2 of the runs are charged to Noah Tyler. And now the set. Key pitch on 3-1. Called strike 2. That one was close. And now Fortunato needs 1 more strike to get out of the inning. Runners on second and third. Papathanassiou stands in. He's flied out both of his times up. Outfielder's relatively deep. The payoff pitch. High ball 4. That loads the bases for Trevor Jormond. 7 straight batters have reached base for the Warhawks. It's a 4-0 game.
Trevor Dorman.
And now this is bringing back memories of the 7-run third inning that the Madison Warhawks put up against Woodgrove after they were down 3-0. Or actually, excuse me, the 7-running that Woodgrove put up on Madison after they were down 3-0. As that'll be it for Fortunato. He came in there from catcher, a tough transition to make, unable to record an out. And now we'll have a pitching change. We'll be back in just a moment. After this, the second pitching change of the inning as the Warhawks have blown this one open. Back after the second pitching change of the inning, it's now the junior Jack Jenkins out there to pitch. Chris Fortunato came in from catcher and was unable to record an out, instead letting in 4 runs. We'll have the bases loaded with the Warhawks leading by 4 in the top of the 5th. And what an inning it's been. This has probably been longer than like 4 of the normal half innings combined at this point. The Warhawks bats finally coming alive, not even with too many big hits, just singles and stolen bases. Reaching base however they can. Now Jack Jenkins faces Trevor Jorman, who grounded out and popped out. His 2 times up. He'll try to drive in some runs here. Madison's dugout making some noise. Jenkins, the right-hander, winds and delivers. Pitches low for ball 1. Jenkins stares in at Jormand. Bases loaded. Warhawks lead by 4. Throw over to second is into the outfield. Runner coming home. Cassidy will score. Navario heads to third. The Warhawks are up 5-0. Nobody was covering the bag. A miscommunication by the South Lakes defense. And now we have runners at the corners once again. Second error of the game. And that one assigned to the pitcher, Jenkins. A 5-run 5th. And Jormand stays up, trying to add to it. This has all been with 2 outs. Nobody was on with 2 outs. But the Warhawks have continued to reach base with 7 straight batters. One ball and no strikes. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Stealing second. And diving in there and taking it is Papathanasu. Another stolen base for the Warhawks. Runners on second and third. 1-1 with 2 outs. Jorman now with 2 runners in scoring position. Looking to cap it all off here. The Warhawks lead by 5. Jenkins sets. The 1 and the pitch is in the dirt. Blocked cleanly by Wojciechowski. Now 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Two runners in scoring position, top of the 5th. Jenkins sets again. And the pitch is a curve in the zone for strike 2. Good pitch, and now he has a chance to get out of the inning. Long look in, trying to get a new sign. And now he comes set. Now his time is called. 5 runs all in this half inning. And this half inning has been now, I believe, over a half hour. As the sun begins to set. The 1 and the pitch. Swing and a chopper just foul. Leaping over it was Navarro, who was sprinting home and had to go to the dirt. I think he avoided getting hit by it entirely. That was an acrobatic play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 5-0 lead. Jorman at the plate. Jenkins sets. Runners take their leads. The pitch is popped into center. Moving back is Willis. He settles under it and finally makes the play. 7 straight batters reached base. That streak finally expires, but a very productive 5-run inning. The Warhawks still strand 2, and they have blown this one open. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th and see if the Seahawks can make a comeback. Back for the bottom of the 5th, the Warhawks with a 5-run top of the inning, and now having switched into the DH spot from his catcher spot and then pitcher spot is Chris Fortunato. Going to try to add some much-needed run support with now 3 chances left for the Seahawks. Fortunato struck out his first time up. He's facing Connor Moore, who remains in the game. The starting pitcher for the Warhawks has been masterful, allowing just 2 hits over his first 4 innings of action. And now, time for the action, and South Lakes finally back at the plate. Outfielders shading deep. And some noise coming from the Seahawks dugout. More sets. Righty-righty matchup here is the pitch. Is swung on and blasted in the left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Good start for Fortunato, and it's been a while since the Seahawks have even gotten a hit The last one was Jonah Neihart, his first time up in the order. Cameron Tice is up now, and that's how dominant Connor Moore has been. Hasn't allowed a hit since his first time through the order until now. Now Tice comes to the plate with a runner on first. Moore sets. Stares in and delivers. Swing and a miss on a nasty breaking ball. Tice struck out his first time up. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 inside. It was a hit by a pitch. Tice heads to first. 2 runners on with nobody out. The best chance of the game for the Seahawks already. And Joe D'Alessandro comes up. He walked his first time. Runners on first and second now as D'Alessandro comes back up. Nobody out. Moore will try to work through this jam. He looks back at second. Now sets. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. Moore with just 3 hits allowed through those 4 innings. Outfielders shitting moderately deep. Infielders moving up on the dirt. As the pitch is bunted down, Moore fields it, goes down to his backside, throws over to first, and the runner is safe. So either that's an infield hit or an error, tough to tell. But getting the first safely is the hitter, D'Alessandro, with an infield single. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out, and South Lakes has a rally. So Moore was unable to get up and throw it over to first in time. A key bunt there. And now the leadoff man, Ryan O'Connor, is up. He flew out and hit into a fielder's choice. The pitch is low and in the dirt. But bases loaded, nobody out. And suddenly the Seahawks have an opening to come back in this one. The biggest jam of the game for Connor Moore. 1 ball and no strikes. Bases loaded. Moore sets. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and smoked into the right center field gap. Will it be chased down? It will not. It'll fall. South Lakes is clearing the bases. 1 run scores. O'Connor goes to second. Throw home, not in time. 2-run score. South Lakes is within 3. A huge double for Ryan O'Connor, his first hit of the game. And now CJ Kemmerer comes up, and the dugout's making some noise. Runners on second and third. That is a huge hit. And now South Lakes came out there with some offensive firepower. A single, a hit by a pitch, another single, and a double, putting together a run of hits. That's 4 straight batters who have reached base. And now CJ Kemmerer, who grounded out and flied out his first 2 times up, has a chance to drive in 2 more. The game-tying run all of a sudden stands at the plate. As now the offensive battle is heating up. Moore remains in the game. Runners on second and third. He'll try to work through it with nobody out. Here's the one in the pitch. That swung on, hit deep to left. Is it deep enough for a sac fly? We'll see. No, it will not be. It's caught in left by Charnecko for out number 2. So good enough there for Moore, who forces a fly out. That was out number 1, excuse me. Wojciechowski's now up. He singled and grounded out his first 2 times up. Could still hit into a sac fly and get a run here. Runners on second and third with 1 out. That's a huge out for Moore. The right-hander, Wojciechowski, steps in as Moore looks in. The line in the pitch. Right down the middle. Hard fastball for strike 1. Good pitch there from Moore, who still is having strong command. Rocky Green is on deck for the Seahawks. 0-1 count, 1 out. 5-2 game. Warhawks lead by 3. The wind in the pitch is a wild pitch. Sprinting home is the runner. Will he get there in time? He will. 1 run scores. It's 5-3. D'Alessandro makes it home. Now, trailing runner O'Connor advances to third. The Seahawks are within 2 with 1 out, and that is a big wild pitch. 1 ball and a strike. And after scoring 5 runs in the top of the 5th, the Warhawks have allowed 3 in the bottom of it. And we've got a game again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. As we hit dusk here at South Lakes. The final away game of the regular season for the Warhawks. That one's chopped over to short. Looks like the runner will score. Throw from Lewis is in time for the out, but that drives in a run. A productive out there for Wojciechowski. And now it's the Warhawks 5 and the Seahawks 4. So a 4-run 5th. That is huge for South Lakes. They're within 1 and a close one. And now Rocky Green comes up as Moore stays in the game. Nobody on, 2 outs. And South Lakes has almost come all the way back. Green stands in, trying to keep it alive. The pitch, swing and a miss in the dirt for strike 1 on a breaking ball. Nyhart on deck next. He's singled and struck out. Now Moore steps back onto the mound. 0-1 count. 5-4 game. The wind in the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. And now Moore with a chance to get out of it here to complete his 5th frame. Now quick visit from the catcher, Terrell. And now he'll head back to the plate. Warhawks 5 on Seahawks 4 on the road. South Lakes looking to improve to 9-8 on the season. The Warhawks trying to snap that loss against Oakton, get back in the win column. They're at 14-3. Moore sets. And the 0-2 is taken just high and outside. It was close. Almost ends the inning. 1-2 count. And that was a good pitch against Green, but a good eye. The 1-2 delivery is swung on and popped foul over the fence. Green staying alive with 2 outs in the inning. Just trying to get that final out. The Warhawks holding on to that 1-run lead. They have not trailed this game. All 9 runs have come in the 5th. 1-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch just misses outside. 2-2. And Green staying patient, working the at-bat. This will be the 6th pitch of it coming up. Noise from the Seahawks dugout now. That is completely shifted. In the top of the 5th, it was all Madison. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The wind in the pitch. Swung on and popped to center. High in the air. Skating back for it is Orozco. He's under it, and he makes the grab. And at last, the damage is done. 3 straight outs to end the inning there from Connor Moore, along with a wild pitch. But the 4-run 5th inning adds a lot of damage. The Seahawks are back within 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Warhawks 5, Seahawks 4. We'll head to the top of the 6th. We got a good game once again.
To bat, number 10, Carter Tuft.
Back again out of the break. We got a pitching change again. The fourth pitcher of the game. It's the junior Keegan Porter for the Seahawks. And a pinch hitter for the Warhawks. Hitting for Cooper Charneco is number 10, Carter Tuft. Tuft coming in at left field. The pitch is outside for ball one. Charneco struck out both of his times up, and now Tuft will come in to replace him. The wind and the pitch is in there for strike one. That evens the count. Here's the 1-1. It's way outside. 2 balls and a strike. So the Warhawks put up 5 runs in the top of the 5th. South Lakes responded with 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the wind and the 2-1. It's low. 3-1 count on Tuft. As the Warhawks will try to get a rally. They had 7 straight batters reach with 2 outs last inning before the inning ending out finally came. 3-1 count. Porter rocks, kicks, delivers. That one just misses. Ball 4. So Carter Tuft reaches base with a walk on 5 pitches. And now it's Hector Orozco coming up.
Madison, number 27, Hector Orozco.
So Orozco started the rally back last inning with a single. He's had a single and a double today. Runner on first, nobody out as that pitch dives away for ball 1. Porter comes to his set. 5-4 lead for the Warhawks. That one's in the dirt. Blocked successfully by Wojciechowski. Two balls and no strikes. Porter trying to gain his command right here against the center fielder, Orozco. The wind and the pitch is high and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Could be back-to-back walks with Terrell on deck. Night has fallen here at South Lakes. Warhawks in their final road regular season game as we're going to have a meeting at the mound here. The Warhawks threatening to score again with a runner on first, a 3-0 count, and nobody out as they lead by 1. Everybody in from the infield for this quick meeting here, as it's the 4th different pitcher already in the game for the Seahawks after Noah Tyler lasted 4 2/3. Now the umpire coming out to the mound as well. So Orozco swings the bat. Top of the 6th as this one wraps up. 5-4 Warhawks. All 9 runs came in the 5th. Orozco steps back to the plate. Three-0 count. Nobody out. Carter Tuft stands on first. Orozco's at the plate. Porter looks in. Stares at first. Now sets. He delivers. That one's in there. Called strike 1. So that gets it back to 3-1. Orozco with the hot bat today. As the throw comes over to first. Tuft slides back in. About to be the 4th time through the order pretty soon for the Seahawks. The pitch is in there. Strike two. Orozco froze in the motion of tossing the bat away. He was ready for ball four, but it's called in there. And now it's a full count as Porter's caught back up. He looks at first and sets. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch is swung on and popped foul territory down the right field line, and it goes over the fence. He stays alive. It's still a full count. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Porter looks in again. 3-2. Tufts takes his lead off first. Runner goes, the pitch. Swung on and blasted deep right. Backing up as the right fielder to the track, and he gets it just in front of the fence. Throw comes in, no tag up. Nice play by Joe D'Alessandro. 1 away. That is a huge catch. And Orozco, after getting good contact once again, this time it's put away. Terrell comes up now. He struck out and walked his first 2 times up. 1 out, runner on first. After the key put out for the Seahawks. Time is called as we got another mound visit, it appears. Now the whole infield comes in once again. And now Porter's day is done. Another new pitcher. Seahawks are rotating through him fast here. This is going to be the 5th pitcher of the day. Remains to be seen who. So while we get this pitching change, we'll take a brief break in the top of the 6th with 1 out. The new pitcher is the sophomore Campbell Short, and he'll face Kyle Terrell. Empty count. 1 out, runner on first. Warhawks lead 5-4 in this top of the 6th as they try to extend it. The left-hander Short delivers. Bunt attempt. The pitch is low for ball 1. 5th different pitcher for South Lakes. They have had 5 pitchers come in to get a combined 2 outs so far, as Short throws back to first. Pickoff attempt nearly successful. Carter Tuft was almost caught lacking at first. But he makes it back safely. Great effort there. 1-0 count. The wind and the pitch. Bunt is put down over to the first base side. Short chasing it down. He flips it over to first, gets the out, but it advances Tuft to second. So Terrell grounds out, and with 2 outs in the inning, Connor Moore will come back up. Moore pitched through 5 innings of this one.
Number 33, now up, Connor Moore.
He had a single, a fly out, and a walk today. He's had a good bat. 1 runner in scoring position. It's Carter Tuft. Top of the 6th, Warhawks lead by 1. As Campbell Short tries to shut him down. Can Moore extend the lead? Stands in the left-handed batter's box against the lefty. Lefty-lefty matchup is tough for the hitter. As Short winds and delivers. That one is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 count. Short looks back, now delivers. The pitch is swung on and fouled off into the woods. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Short has been effective so far since coming in. He looks back. Now winds. Oh, time is called. He threw the pitch, and the dugout is not too happy. So the pitch was high, but it didn't matter. Time was called in the middle of his delivery. No balls and 2 strikes now, as stepping back in is Moore. Warhawks down to their last strike of the inning. Can Connor Moore get a big hit? The wind of the pitch. Swung on and popped to left. This is playable. Tice is tracking, and he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Campbell Short comes in and delivers with a couple of outs. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Seahawks just trail by 1 with a big chance here to get back into this one. Back out there for the bottom of the 6th. Warhawks 5, Seahawks 4. And Connor Moore returns to the mound. Carter Tuft is also replaced. He won't head out there for left field. Instead, it'll be Will Norman. But Moore stays in for a 6th inning of work, despite allowing 4 runs last inning. And now, in the batter's box, is Jonah Neihart. He singled and struck out his first 2 times up. Infield playing back except for Jason Cassidy at 3rd, creeping in. Bottom of the 6th. Seahawks trail by 1, the pitch. He's a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Connor Moore still locating this pitches very, very well. They're working him far in this one. 0-1 count. The wind in the pitch. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Moore steers in. Winds, delivers. Pitches outside. 2 balls and a strike. Another look in. And the pitch is swung on and popped to right center. Orozco is tracking. Jormund is calling for it instead at second, and he makes the play. So Nyhart pops out there, and now Brandon Willis comes up with 1 out in the 6th. Moore stays in the game. He continues to grind out an effective outing. Warhawks lead by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Willis grounded out, struck out. He's 2 times up. Nobody on, 1 out. As the sky is turned to black. Pitch is high. 1 out count. As Moore looks in once again against the right-hander. The righty-righty matchup this time. The wind and the pitch is high, ball 2. The Warhawks scored their 5 runs in the top of the 5th. South Lakes responded with 4 in the bottom of the inning and led by 2 outs from Campbell short. Warhawks were blanked in the top of the 6th. Now they're trying to do the same to South Lakes. The pitch is swung on and blasted to left. It's going to be foul. Will it stay in play? It will not. 2 balls and a strike after some pretty solid contact. We've got a close one on our hands, a 1-run game. The Seahawks looking to improve to 9-8 on the year. The Warhawks looking to avoid a 2-game losing streak and trying to improve to 15-3. Willis stands in. The pitch is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Moore losing some of his command in the later innings. He's still been effective trying to work through these batters, though. 3 balls and a strike. Willis stands in. Huge pitch here is swung on and popped. Same spot, foul. And it'll go out of play. 3-2 count. Nobody on, 1 out. Another pitcher warming up in the Seahawks pen. We'll see if they make another substitution. The one and the pitch. Swing and a miss! What a strikeout! Coming back from 3-1. Connor Moore is retiring batters, even in his 6th inning of work. And now Chris Fortunato comes up. He started the 4-run rally last inning. Actually, excuse me. It's a pinch hitter for Fortunato. Gunnar Filbert, the senior, comes in as a pinch hitter for Fortunato, who has been all over the place. He's pitched, he's caught, he's played DH, and now he is no longer in the game. Moore comes set. The line in the pitch. That one is in there for a called strike. So Filbert checking in as the DH because Wojciechowski is catching at the moment. No balls in a strike with 2 outs. Pitch is inside, 1-1. Two outs, nobody on. A key batter for Connor Moore. The 1-1 is in the zone. Called strike 2. 1 strike away for the Warhawks from trying to get out of this inning. Infield back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. The pitch is low. Count even at 2-2. And Connor Moore trying to get through his 6th inning of work. Now Moore comes to his set. The pitch. Just high. Full count. And now some noise coming from all sides. It's a 1-run game, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Heater in the zone. Moore retires one more. 1 inning left to play, assuming no extra innings. It's the Warhawks 5 and the Seahawks 4th. We'll head to the top of the 7th in a moment after this.
Mac Lewis making his way to the plate.
Back for the top of the 7th. Warhawks lead 5-4.
Number 9, Rocky Green.
The 6th different pitcher of the game for the Seahawks. It's Rocky Green, former first baseman, in there to pitch. Jack Lotz comes in to play first now. So Lewis with a fly out, a ground out, and a single today. He's 1 for 3. The Warhawks lead by 1, trying to extend it in the 7th frame. Lewis steps into the box. Here's the 1 and the pitch. It's swung on and blasted to left. This is playable in left field, and the catch is made by Tice. 1 away after the quick fly out. Now it's Jason Cassidy. He's 1 for 3 with a single.
Number 6, Jason Cassidy.
So today, pitching, it's been Noah Tyler, who pitched 4 2/3. Since then, we've had 5 pitchers. Chris Fortunato, Jack Jenkins, Keegan Porter, Campbell Short, and Rocky Green, all for South Lakes. Connor Moore has been the only pitcher for Madison through 6 innings. Cassidy at the plate, the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Warhawks 5, Seahawks 4. All 9 runs came in the 5th. South Lakes looking to improve to 9-8 on the year, trying to shut down the Warhawks in the top of the 7th. Time is called. Green rocks and kicks and delivers. The pitch is chopped on the first base line, fielded, foul ball. I thought it hopped over the first base bag. So 1 ball and 1 strike now. Now the wind in the pitch. Swinging a chopper and going to the ground is Cassidy. Looked like he fouled it off himself. Now he hops up and trying to walk it off here. As now the umpire going to visit pitcher on the mound. Cassidy limping just a little as he goes over to talk to his coach. Looked like he hit it maybe off of his shin or somewhere. Wasn't exactly able to tell exactly where. He's trying to walk it off now. Looks like he'll head back into the box, toughing it out. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. Back in the box with a 1-2 count. Green stares in. He rocks. He kicks. He delivers. And he gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. Jason Cassidy with his 2nd strikeout today. And now it's Eli Navarro, who was hit by a pitch. He lined out to first and then reached on an error, got to first base. He stands in the right-handed batter's box with 2 outs in the inning and nobody on. Rocky Green looking to shut him down. Green sets, rocks, kicks, and delivers. And that pitch catches the edge of the zone for strike 1. Top of the 7th here at nightfall on Friday night. Clear skies. And the Seahawks trailing to the Warhawks by 1 as the Warhawks are in their final road game of the regular season. The pitch is chopped up the middle off the glove of the pitcher Green for a base hit. And Eli Navarro gets his first hit of the day. He's going for 2. The throw isn't in time, and Navarro dives in safe. What a heads-up play on the base paths. So a single there for Navarro, and he reaches second on the error. And now Papathanasu comes up with a runner in scoring position, and suddenly the Warhawks could have a chance to extend their lead. Papathanasu flied out twice and walked. Navarro takes a huge lead off of second. Green stares him down. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. So that pitch just nicked off of Green's glove, and in center, just a miscommunication, unable to get the ball in time. And Navarro was like, I'll just go for second. He slid in there, made it safely. A gutsy decision that paid off. Seahawks, Warhawks, top of the 7th. Warhawks lead by 1. Green pumps over to second. Didn't make the mistake of throwing over this time. Seahawks already had a mistake with an earlier pitcher of throwing it into center field, which caused a run to come in. That was Jack Jenkins, I believe. No balls and a strike with 2 outs. Green sets. And the pitch is low and in the dirt. Navarro is going to go for third. No throw. And he steals another base. 1-1 with 2 outs, and Navarro standing on third base. Warhawks 5, Seahawks 4 in the top of the 7th. Papathanasu stands in. The set. Green delivers. The pitch is fouled off to the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Papathanasu trying to stay alive in this to extend the Warhawk lead. Right now, it's just at a slim 1. On deck is Trevor Jormond. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. A huge strikeout and a clutch one from Rocky Green, who pitches a scoreless frame. And now we go to the climax. The bottom of the 7th. Seahawks trail by 1, looking to get more runs on the board. The Warhawks will try to get the save to improve to 15-3. Don't go away. It's going to be a fun finish after this. Bottom of the 7th, we're back. And after 6 innings, Connor Moore's night is done, allowing 4 runs to the Seahawks, all of them in the 5th. And now coming out there for the save for the Warhawks is Nathan Tondrell. The right-hander steps in to face Cameron Tice. Bottom of the 7th, Warhawks lead by 1, looking to get a key road win in their final road game of the regular season. And here comes the noise, and the pitch is high. Ball 1, the hard-throwing Tondrell coming in to try to wrap this one up. And he stares in and throws, and it's chopped up the middle. Will it get through? It will. A base hit. An opening single, and now Tice, after getting on base with a hit by a pitch last time, could have a rally going. Joe D'Alessandro comes up. He walked and hit a single. And now the Seahawks have the go-ahead walk-off run at the plate. They trail by 1 in the bottom of the 7th, the final frame unless we go to extras. Tondrell staring in after the opening hit. And that pitch is bunted, popped up foul. 0-1 count. Can feel the intensity out here as the Seahawks, who were at 1 point down 5-0 and in shambles, clawed all the way back in it in the bottom of the 5th. And now the game-tying run stands at first with nobody out. Tondrell to the belt. In the pitch. Bunt attempt. Throw over to first. Back safely is the runner. And that's going to be strike 2. Nothing in 2 with nobody out. As Tondrell works to try to get the save. The one in the pitch. Swung on and blasted to short. Mac Lewis makes the catch. Fires to first. He's out! What a play! 2 down in the 7th. Mac Lewis with the defensive gem of the day makes the acrobatic leaping play at short and fires over to first. And now the runner's not leaving yet as Morgan Spencer comes out to talk to the umpire. Long discussion there. And now the umpires will discuss. It was a bang-bang play over at first. Very close. But a heads-up one from Mac Lewis at shortstop. And presumably that's what they're discussing right now, as Tondrell was able to get the line out. This would be pivotal. Would take a runner off of first base with 2 outs. And now Coach Pudge is going out there. They're going to keep it as it was and say he's out. 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. The Warhawks can taste it. And now Ryan O'Connor, who had a double his last time up, he's 1 for 3. It tries to keep the Seahawks rally alive. 2 outs, nobody on. O'Connor steps in, infield back. Tondrell looking for the save. He sets. Wines delivers. The pitch is low. 1-0. Outfield far back, especially in right, where Eli Navarro is big time backed up. The 1-0 is low. 2 balls and no strikes. O'Connor staying patient, trying to keep the Seahawks alive. They just need 1 to tie it, 2 to walk it off. But that double play changed the complexion of things. 2-0 count, 2 outs. The pitch is swung on and smoked up the middle for a base hit. Will it reach the gap? It's hard to tell. Looks like it'll be cut off in center. And stopping at first for a base hit is Ryan O'Connor. And suddenly, he's got a couple hits, and it's up to C.J. Kemmerer, the go-ahead run at home plate. The left-hander steps in with 2 outs. Runner takes the lead off first. Kemmerer stands in. Tondralt sets. The line in the pitch. Straight down the middle for strike 1. That's a big one. Kemmerer's over 3 with a ground out and 2 flyouts today. 2 outs, 0-1 count. 5-4 game in the bottom of the 7th as Tondralt looks to get the save. Throw over to first. O'Connor's back safely. The 0-1 is swung on and blasted to right center. This falls as well. O'Connor's headed to third, headed to second now as the ball is dropped. O'Connor heads home. This could be the game-tying run, but he's out at second. Kemmerer's out at second, and that's it. The Warhawks have mobbed the field, and now they're saying he's safe. But it looks like he was out at second base. The Warhawks are celebrating. This one looks to be over. Kemmerer was trying for second. If he had stopped at first, this could be a tie game. And Madison escapes by the thinnest of margins. 5-4. How about that? The Warhawks get back in the win column. They improved to 15-3 on the season. South Lakes drops to 8-9, 4-5 in the district. And Madison and Nathan Tondralt get the save after Kemmerer trying for second was ruled out. O'Connor would have made it to home and tied the game. What a finish. Thank you all for tuning in to this play-by-play here of Madison Road Baseball. We'll be back for a game at home against Hayfield at 12 o'clock tomorrow, so don't miss it. It's a quick turnaround. Thank you all for tuning in to this excellent finish. Live from South Lakes High School, this has been Calvin Kaplan saying so long after a Madison High School victory.